Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask, Heidi. It is the weekend, so let's do the whole doggone thing. Saturday, National Lobster Newberg Day. Saturday is the 25th of March, by the way. National Medal of Honor Day and National Tolkien Reading Day. 26th of March, Sunday, Epilepsy Awareness Day, National Nougat Day, and National Spinach Day. All of that stuff happening this weekend. And I'm really excited to visit with my guest today. I remember when I told Heidi I was going to talk with him, she's like, what? Why would anyone do this? His name is Rob Pope, and he's got a new book out called Becoming Forrest. So he watched the movie Forrest Gump, and there's a scene in Forrest Gump that goes on for quite a while where he runs back and forth across the United States like 5 times. Rob Pope did exactly that, ran over 15,000 miles, and then wrote a book called Becoming Forrest. We're going to chat with him all about that coming up.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Runners are often warned that they're destroying their knees, but according to researchers, they're not more likely to develop hip or knee osteoarthritis the longer, faster, and more frequently they run. So 3,800 recreational runners who participated in Chicago's marathon were asked questions like how many years have they been running and the average paces and whether they had family histories of arthritis. Widely believed, even among doctors, that using the joints more often, like a repetitive thing like running, would make your knees and hips cartilage deteriorate more quickly, upping osteoarthritis risk. But surprisingly, they found no association found between an increased risk in knee and hip arthritis based on the number of years somebody had been running. So they're going,
I'd always heard running is so bad on your knees.
But they're saying, so if you're running a little bit or if you're running a whole lot, it's the running. It's not so much the amount of running.
Oh, okay. So they are still saying it's not good on your knees.
But they're saying it doesn't matter if you run a little bit or like a whole lot. Like our guest later in the program, going to talk about running. See, I picked a perfect day for this.
Yes, you did.
Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by RadioTravelGroup.com. Heidi, did you know people with mullets have more fun?
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Yeah. According to a study of 2,000 adults in the UK, those who sport the legendary Kentucky waterfall enjoy more nights out, the Mississippi mud flap. There's all kinds of fun things. Camaro crash helmet. They have more nights out. They enjoy spicier food. They even own a better wardrobe. The poll found that those... What?
That is not my experience with people with mullets.
They enjoy an average of 5 nights out a month. The non-mulleted folks, only 3 nights out a month. Those who have an ape drape identify themselves as having... There's a lot of names in here. They've identified themselves as having the attributes of a free spirit, somewhat mischievous, and doing the unexpected. Those who wear the achy, breaky, big mistakey also describe this. I'm reading it word for word.
That's fantastic.
They describe themselves as more influential in their friend groups than the other more traditional folks. And they tend to socialize with colleagues more without the mud flap. It says one more thing. According to the survey, Rod Stewart's blow-dried masterpiece is known as the best celebrity mullet of all time.
Okay. I would give him that. Yeah.
All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Scream 6 marks the first film of the horror franchise in which Neve Campbell's Sidney Prescott does not appear, but the film's directors say they still hope she could return in the future.
Okay.
So I didn't realize that she was not going to be a part of that. Drew Barrymore has been announced as the host of this year's MTV Movie and TV Awards. She made the announcement herself in a video reveal. She said that she's going to be the one. She said, and for now, breaking news on the Drew Report. She is the one that gets to do the honors of, giving out that award on Sunday, May 7th. A bunch of awards, I should say. That's when it's going to happen. She'll be the host. I like Drew. And the Bella twins are entering a new era. Nikki Bella and Brie Bella have announced they're no longer going to be with the WWE, and they're dropping their stage names. 39-year-old reality stars are going to go back to their birth names, Nikki Garcia and Brie Garcia. So the newly minted Garcia twins and the Nikki and Brie show is what they're calling their stuff now, and they're no longer a part of the WWE.
Okay.
Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At BetterCreditCards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at BetterCreditCards.com. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. Energy analysts predict gas prices could be on the rise. The crude oil price is now above $75 a barrel, and it could go up to over $100 a barrel soon, they're saying. So that's not cool.
Yep.
And as you know, English language is a constant state of evolution. There's always new words being added. As for dating terms, same. And with that in mind, Tinder has launched its dating dictionary to help older singles decode the love languages used by Gen Zers. So one of the highlighted terms that Tinder says, something that those over the age of 25 may have never heard of before. I'm going to ask you, Heidi. Look me in the eye. Tell me, have you ever heard of cushioning?
No.
All right. That refers to keeping several backup relationships to soften the blow if your main relationship doesn't last.
Well, I would tell you that the main reason your main relationship wouldn't last is because you have other people that you're dating at the same time.
Don't do that.
Huge mistake.
Terrible mistake. How about, look at me in the eye, have you heard of situationship?
No.
It's
of course, I have been out of the dating world for quite some time.
We've been out of the dating world almost the 25 years they're talking about. It's another addition to modern vocabulary. Addition to modern vocabulary. It describes the sticky in-between status when somebody is more than a hookup but not quite a couple, the situationship.
Okay.
How about date view? That's a word used to describe when a date feels more like an interview. Oh, that's what we had. Our first date was kind of like an interview.
Yep.
But you know what? That was 23
and
years ago.
You were hired immediately.
Yes, I got the job. Been putting in a lot of overtime ever since. Two more. Kitten fishing refers to tweaking or embellishing certain aspects of your life, or your appearance to make yourself more appealing on dating apps. That's kitten fishing. Okay. This is different than catfishing, which is pretending to be somebody else entirely. Kitten fishing is just embellishing.
Okay.
And Riz, R-I-Z-Z, is shorthand for charisma. If you have allure, if you're engaging, if you're basically irresistible, you have Riz.
That's fantastic.
I'm going to go back to not knowing any of this stuff instantly. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. I'm excited to visit with Rob Pope. He's the author of Becoming Forrest, One Man's Epic Run Across America. And if you've ever seen the movie Forrest Gump, there's a scene, there's more than a scene, there's like a whole section of it where Forrest runs back and forth across the country. And Rob, you actually did this on the same exact journey, is that right?
Yeah. sort of not just geographically, but also I got the Marine Corps haircut at the start, the close shave, and I didn't touch my hair or beard until the very end.
So by the time you were done, did you have the big beard like he did and the really long hair like he did in the movie as well?
It was pretty mighty, yeah. Kudos to the film's producers because they got that really accurately. My hair took a long time to catch up, but once it started growing, it just didn't stop.
Now, when did you start this? And I guess before we even get to the when, why did you decide to do this? What was it that made you say, I'm doing that, I'm making that trek, 15,000-mile trek?
I often joke to people, and I'll put the southern accent on that I just felt like running, but I was actually honouring a promise to my mum to do something in my life that would make a difference. And so a long-held dream to run across America morphed into something special for two causes close to my heart, Peace Direct and the Worldwide Fund for Nature, because Forrest was asked, as he crossed the Mississippi for the fourth time, was he running for world peace, the homeless, women's rights, the environment, for animals? And so I had to have a motivation to keep me going because, as we know, it was quite a long way.
It is. 15,000 miles, 5 times across the United States. And again, you said you kind of stayed on the same path that they did in the movie. So there's some parts of the United States that you still haven't seen, even though you've run across the country 5 times.
Yeah, well, I've got 7 states. So we've got Hawaii, we've got Alaska, Florida, West Virginia. I stopped off in a truck stop in Rhode Island, but I wasn't running. I didn't go to Iowa or South Dakota, but I do aim to put that right because one day I want to link up the route with a run that takes me from Alaska down to Florida.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Now, the book is out right now. Did you plan on doing the book when you started running?
It actually came quite a while after I was back. People had said to me, you should write a book. And I just thought, well, I've never written a book before, and I didn't really have a major drive to do it. But it was when I was retelling a story, and it was a really quite important one for me, and I forgot the guy's name in it, and I was mortified. And then I realised that a lot of these memories were just starting to leak through my fingers, like an hourglass almost. And so I was just like, no, I have to go through my old sort of journals where I'd write 2-word, references to a person or an encounter, and then social media posts. I wrote a blog to start with, but then I just didn't have time. And then eventually I pieced it together into something coherent. And the manuscript I wrote before the publisher got the editor on it is 3 times as long as this one. So, the original one's about 350,000 words. So you're getting all the good stuff in one nice, neat little package.
Now, the book came out last year, and you've also got it in paperback. But when did you start running, and when did you end this journey? And was it all in one piece, or was it in pieces?
September the 15th. Which is the day that Forrest started running the movie, 2016. Obviously, he started in the 70s. And I went through until April the 29th of 2018. Now, I had to take some breaks because my advice to anybody planning on doing this is, A, be independently wealthy, and B, to be American because your life will be a lot easier. So after every 5 or 6 months, I had to go back briefly to the UK for about 2 weeks to basically just touch base and then come back and hope that immigration would let me in the country. So that was obviously one of the most nervous times because I could have run 10,000 miles and they just say, you've been in the country too much. See you later. And people often comment and said, but it must have been nice to have the breaks. And I was just like, there's no way I would want the breaks if I had the choice because you just lose all your condition and you go back and it'd be like you'd be starting from square one. So, and of course, I missed America.
Well, we're excited to read the book. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. And I think it's just really fun that you did this. And I love the fact that you made a book about it.
Thanks so much. Enjoy it.
Absolutely. Again, our guest today is the author of Becoming Forrest. He actually ran across the country 5 times. Rob Pope. I've got a link to the book in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Each day, your mouth produces anywhere from 2 to 4 pints of saliva.
That's fantastic.
We swallow all of that. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Because the speed of Earth's rotation changes over time, a day in the age of dinosaurs was just 23 hours long.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why when they find their Swatch watches, there weren't enough digits on them. No, that's not how they know?
Those were fossil watches. John.
Look at that, see? Oh, she's good. She's all mine, by the way. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The world's first known, this is why we're so good together. The world's first known vending machine was dispensing holy water in Egypt around 100 AD.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Pope Francis used to be a nightclub bouncer. That's pretty cool. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
6-pack abs indicate nothing about your strength, your flexibility, your stamina, or your speed, or your overall level of health. I'm going to just keep telling myself that while I don't have it. All right, several fun facts. Now you know. Thanks for listening to The John and Heidi Show.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day. Yay! It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Question, Heidi. 80% of kids recognize this logo by age 3. What logo is that?
The Apple logo?
No, McDonald's logo.
Oh.
Yeah. 80% of kids recognize that by the time they're 3 years old. Yeah.
Of course.
Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way, courtesy of Mintervention.com.
Do you ever get credit card offers in the mail? Those are usually the worst offers. They spend thousands of dollars mailing them to anyone with an address. The people who actually read their junk mail end up paying the price in the long run. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a credit card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. bettercreditcards.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by weirdgiftoftheday.com. A 41-year-old British man, previously known by the name Dino Wilson, legally had his name changed to, you'll never guess it. What do you think it is, Heidi?
Bam Bam?
No, even dumber than that. Fire Exit. Yeah.
No, I never would have guessed
It became a running family joke. Exit says his name has really sparked something too, because now he is offered free drinks and things wherever he goes. People have given me loads of free drinks. One barber even cut my hair for free because he heard about my name change. The father of 5 is also asking for autographs regularly, or asked rather for autographs regularly. He says shops and restaurants and other places now feature his signature on their exit signs naturally.
Oh my gosh. What is wrong with this world?
He's 41 years old. And there was some sort of inside family joke that they didn't put in this story.
They probably should have, because maybe then this would be a little epic. Otherwise, this just seems really bizarre.
It's very bizarre. That is why it landed right here as today's Weird News. Brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. Heidi, your dreams and your hopes and wishes have all been answered here. I have more questions plaguing humanity.
Okay.
She rolls her eyes for half of these. Like this. Do pigs have pen pals? Pigs and pens. See? How about this one? Why are toenail clippers bigger than fingernail clippers when toenails are smaller than fingernails? They are?
No, they're not.
Okay.
Well,
no.
some of them are.
I guess, yeah. How about this one? How many people thought of the Post-it note before it was invented, but didn't have anything to jot it down on?
Gosh. You are so proud of yourself.
Another question plaguing humanity. What would you get if you made it a bulldog with a Shih Tzu? Don't say it. You know, don't. How does a shelf retailer keep her store from looking empty? How come overtones and undertones are the same exact thing? They kind of are, yeah. It's like flammable and inflammable. Found that out the hard way. What would you use to dilute water? Another question plaguing humanity. What do you call a male ladybug? I don't know. And can you grow birds by planting bird seed? And our final one, is it progress if a cannibal learns to eat with a fork? No, it's not. Several questions plaguing humanity.
If your plan for the new year involves getting your financial life in order, I suggest you start with your mobile phone bill. How much do you pay every month? If that number is more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring your current phone. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Time now for the quote of the day. It comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Jessica Simpson is our quote today. She says, laugh a lot. It burns a lot of calories. End quote.
I laugh all the time.
I do too.
But
I should be in much better shape.
Exactly.
I'm always laughing. But then I'm following that up with a Snickers. So that probably doesn't help. Like a laugh, then a snicker. Quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is great news. Comes your way courtesy of radiotravelgroup.com. Less than a week to sign up for their giveaway, by the way. If you're interested in all the details on that Cancun trip, all of the details can be found on our website as well, johnandheidishow.com. The FCC is ordering mobile service providers to block scam text messages. I love that. I get a lot of these.
Oh, gosh, constantly.
They've adopted their first regulations specifically targeting the increased problem of scam text messages sent to consumers. Now, here's the thing that's really sad. The scammers don't care. They're going to keep breaking the law. It's just going to make it easier for them to go after them. Because before they would go after them for the fraud or whatever, but now they can go after them for the text. New rules will require mobile service providers to block robo-text messages that are highly likely to be illegal. Carriers will be required to block text messages that come from, quote, invalid, unallocated, or unused numbers. Carriers must also block texts from numbers that the subscriber to the number has self-identified as never sending text messages and numbers. So there are things where you can like block somebody and it'll
say, block
kick those
this number.
out.
Yep.
Carriers will have to establish a point of contact for text senders so the sender can inquire about blocked text messages. New regulations are coming out of more than 500% increase in complaints about scam text messages in recent years. From 2015 to 2022, robo-text complaints have risen around 3,300 to 18,900 per year.
Jeez.
So that's a lot. And I'm only like one of those, you know. But I honestly, I don't think I've ever even reported a person.
Oh, I just block the number.
Yeah, I block them. So I don't think, unless that counts somewhere, then I'm not even involved in that number. But I think it's good news. And if you make your living scamming people, I mean, you're probably sad right now. But maybe this would be an opportunity for you to do something better with your life. What do you think of that? Huh? Thank you. You're welcome. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.